Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, this news is nothing short of seismic. The NFL landscape is shifting, and for Giants fans, it's a moment of real excitement. Rumors and whispers from sources like Adam Schefter are pointing to a blockbuster trade that could redefine the NFC East, a division that's always been fiercely competitive, but now is on the brink of a new chapter. Imagine Calvin Ridley, a player whose talent and potential have been undeniable, finally finding a home in New York. Yes, Ridley, the former Alabama standout drafted in 2018, who's been making waves in the league with his impressive route running, yards after catch, and clutch performances, is possibly heading to the Giants. And the Giants are not just acquiring a player. They're adding a true difference maker that could elevate their entire offense and change the way defenses have to approach them. The Titans, a team currently struggling at 1-4 and clearly in a rebuild mode, are reportedly parting ways with Ridley, focusing instead on rebuilding their offensive line and stockpiling assets. Tennessee's offensive line has been a problem, allowing a staggering 31 sacks so far this season. That's 29th in the NFL. Their quarterback, Will Levis, has been under pressure constantly, and that's no recipe for sustained success. The Titans are in a tanking phase, clearly looking ahead to the draft and trying to build around young players and future assets. They're also in a position where they're willing to part with Ridley in exchange for draft picks, specifically a third-round pick in 2026, plus some additional assets, perhaps including Justin Pugh, a veteran offensive lineman with plenty of experience and leadership. It's a classic case of a team trying to shed cap space, rebuild and focus on the future, while the Giants are seizing the opportunity to bolster their roster with a proven playmaker. Now, why is this such a game-changer for the Giants? Well, first, it's about upgrading the passing attack. Already, Daniel Jones has been showing flashes of his potential when healthy, and with Ridley in the fold, the passing game could see a significant boost. Ridley's 2024 season has been impressive despite some injury setbacks. He's racked up over 1,000 receiving yards, ranking within the top 15 among wide receivers, with 76 receptions, 8 touchdowns, and an average of 13.4 yards per catch. Those numbers are solid, but what truly stands out is his elite efficiency. His EPA per target is plus 0.18, placing him among the league's best. His PFF grade of 84.2 is indicative of a player excelling in route running, separation, and contested catches. And his yards after catch, nearly 6 yards per reception, ranking in the top 10. He's a player who can stretch the field, create explosive plays, and demand attention from defenses. In 2025, Ridley has been somewhat limited by hamstring injuries, but when healthy, he's shown to be a reliable target. His average separation of 2.7 yards per route is among the top in the league, and his ability to make contested catches at a 50% clip is impressive. Remember his Week 3 game against the Colts, where he caught 7 passes for 98 yards and a touchdown, earning a plus 0.20 EPA per play? That's the kind of impact he can have, especially in the red zone. His career stats, nearly 900 yards and 36 touchdowns, speak to his consistency and big play ability. And crucially, he's a player who wins routes with a route win rate of 61%, making him a perfect complement to the Giants' existing weapons. But it's not just about Ridley's individual talent. It's about what he represents for the Giants' offense. With him in the lineup, the team's passing yards per game could jump from around 200 to 240 yards, a 20% increase. That's huge in today's NFL, where passing efficiency often determines playoff success. His presence will open up opportunities for other players, like Jalen Hyatt, who's already shown flashes with 250 yards early in the season, and even for Saquon Barkley when he's involved in the passing game. The synergy between Ridley and Daniel Jones could be a game-changer, especially as the Giants aim to climb into the top half of the league in passing offense, which currently sits at 28th. And let's not forget the strategic implications. Ridley's addition gives head coach Brian Daboll a new dimension to work with. His offense, which has been solid but not quite explosive enough, could become much more dynamic. The team's red zone efficiency, which has been average at best, could see a boost of around 20% in effectiveness, especially against man coverage, where Ridley excels in creating separation and making contested catches. He's also a matchup nightmare, capable of winning against both press and off coverage, and his YAC ability means he can turn short catches into big gains. All of this makes the Giants a more dangerous playoff contender, especially as they try to position themselves for a deep run in January. Now, the impact on the odds is already evident. Before the trade rumors, the Giants' Super Bowl odds hovered around plus 12-0, a reflection of their inconsistent start and questions about their offensive firepower. But now, with Ridley in the mix, those odds have shortened dramatically to around plus 4,500. That's a huge shift, and it signals that oddsmakers see the Giants as legitimate contenders, especially in the NFC. The division itself is opening up, with the Eagles still the favorites, but the Giants, with this move, are definitely in the conversation. The NFC now looks more open than ever, and Ridley could be the X factor that propels New York into serious playoff contention. Let's also talk about the bigger picture here. The NFL is a league where a single player can change the trajectory of a franchise. Look at what Christian McCaffrey did for the 49ers last year, or how Tyreek Hill's arrival transformed the Dolphins' offense. Ridley, at his best, can do the same for the Giants. His ability to dominate in the slot and outside, combined with his route-running precision and YAC prowess, makes him a perfect fit for Daboll's offensive system. It's a match made in heaven, really. And it's not just about this season. This move signals the Giants' aggressive approach to building a team capable of competing for championships in the near future. They're not just patching holes, they're making a bold statement that they're serious about contending. Looking ahead, the NFC East is already a tough division with the Eagles, Cowboys, and Commanders all fighting for dominance. But with Ridley, the Giants can now threat to shake up that hierarchy. Imagine a defense that has to account for Saquon Barkley, Darren Waller, and now Calvin Ridley. That's a nightmare for defenses. It also means that the Giants' offense can diversify, becoming less predictable and more explosive, which is exactly what they need to succeed in today's NFL. The schedule ahead could favor this new-look team, especially if Ridley continues to develop chemistry with Daniel Jones, and the coaching staff fine-tunes the offensive scheme to maximize his talents. And finally, for the fans, this isn't just a trade, it's a statement. The Giants are signaling that they're all in, that they're willing to make bold moves to reach the top. Ridley's arrival could be the spark that ignites a postseason run and pushes the team to new heights. It's a fascinating time to be a Giants fan, full of hope and anticipation. The team's future looks brighter, more dynamic, and more capable of competing at the highest level. This move could very well be remembered as one of those franchise-altering trades, the kind that turns a team into a true contender and leaves opponents scrambling for answers. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Giants news. This is a moment you don't want to miss, so keep your eyes glued to the channel. We're in for an exciting ride, and the Giants are right at the heart of it.